Okay, so I need to be honest with you today. Completely honest. Because something happened while I was praying, and it was about you. And I've been sitting with it for days now, trying to figure out how to even say this. God showed me your future. He showed it to me. And I'm going to tell you the truth right now. At the start, no games. I wish he hadn't. I wish he hadn't shown me. Now, hold on. Don't panic. It's not what you think. It's not that your future is bad. Listen to me. Your future is not bad. Your future is the opposite of bad. And that exactly the problem. And if you stay with me to the end of this, you're going to understand why seeing something that good can hurt this person, hurt the person who sees it. Because no, I know something about you that you don't know about yourself. And I have to walk around with that. I have to watch how you talk about yourself, how you carry yourself, how you apologize for your own life. Knowing what I know, that's the burden. That's why I said I wish he hadn't. Stay with me. I'm going to explain everything. So let me start with what your life feels like right now. Because I need you to know that I see it. God sees it. Right now, your life feels unfinished. Let's just say it like this. It feels like everybody else got the finished version of life and you got the delayed one. You look around and people your age, people from your past, people who started after you, they've got things you don't have yet. They're settled. They're moving. And you this in between place. Things are half done. Plans that didn't land yet. Didn't get answered yet. And it's been long. That's the part nobody talks about. It's not that you're struggling, everybody struggles. It's that it's been long. And when it's long, you start asking a different kind of question. Not when God. You moved past when. Now it's did now it's did you forget me? Now it's is it even happening? Now it's quietly at night. Is something wrong with me? I know. I know you ask that. That's why this message found you today. That's not an accident. You don't even fully know why you clicked on this. Something in you clicked it. Pay attention to that. And I don't know which part of your life is the unfinished part. It's different for everybody watching this. For some of you, it's low. Everybody around you paired up, settled down, and you're still waiting. And people have started asking you about it with that little voice, that little careful voice, like something wrong with you. For some of you, it's money. You work, you try, you're not lazy. Nobody can call you lazy. And somehow it's still tight, still delayed, still almost every single time. For some of you, it's purpose. You know you're meant for something. You've always known it. Since you were young, you've known it. And it's not happening yet. That's eating you, because how can something feel so certain on inside and so invisible on the outside? And for some of you, it's not one thing you can point at, it's everything a little bit. A whole life that feels like it's sitting in a waiting room. Whichever one is yours, hold it in your mind right now. Kept it there while I talk, because everything I'm about to say is about that exact thing. Now, let me tell you what I saw, and I'm going to use a picture because when God showed me, this is how He showed me. He didn't show me dates, He didn't show me names. He showed me a picture, and the picture explained your entire life in 1 second. He showed me a construction site. That's it, a construction site. Dust everywhere, materials stacked up, things self built, scaffolding on everything, wires hanging, nothing pretty, nothing finished. If you walk past it on the street, you wouldn't look twice, or maybe you would look, and you'd think, that's a mess. That's what a construction site looks like, the people walking past. A mess. And then he'll let me see the plans. And listen, I don't have the words for what's on those plans. I'm going to try. But I want you to know I'm failing while I'm trying. What is being built in your life is not a normal house. It is not things will get a little better. It's not you'll be okay. No. What I saw on those plans, the size of it, the rooms in it, the amount of people that are going to come through it, I actually had to stop. I had to stop praying for a minute because the gap between what you're living in right now and what's on those plans is so big that it almost doesn't make sense. And that's when I understood something. And this is the first big thing I need you to receive today. So slow down and take this. Your life is not a mess. Your life is a site. Those are two different things. Say it slow. A mess is when there is no plan. A site is when the plan is so big that the middle of it looks like a chaos. A mess has no builder. A site has a builder who shows up every single day even when nobody sees him. And everything in your life that you've been calling a mess, the delays, the half finished things, the dust, the noise, the years, that's not evidence that nothing is happening. That's evidence that something enormous is happening. Small things get finished fast. You want to know why your life is taking long. Small houses go up in months. Skyscrapers close the whole streets for years. The street being closed for years is not the failure of the skyscraper. Now, you know why. And listen, you don't have to just take my word on this. Look at your own past. I want you to actually do this. Look at your own life like evidence. Look at the things that almost happened and then didn't, the job that fell through, the person that walked away, the plan that collapsed at the last second. And now look at where those things are today. Go ahead. Look at where that door you cried about would have actually taken you. Some of you already know. Some of you have already seen what happening to the thing you begged for. And you had that quiet moment that, oh, thank God that didn't work out moment. You had at least one of that those. That wasn't luck. That was the builder rejecting materials. That was quality control on a project you didn't know was this big. Your own history is full of rejected delivers, and you've filed every one of them under heartbreak. Refile them today under protection. But now, and thi- this is where it starts getting heavy. This is where I wish he hadn't starts coming in. Let me tell you what else I saw. Because he didn't just show me the plants, he showed me you on the side. And he showed me the people around the side. Let's talk about you first. He showed me you standing in the middle of your own construction, and you know what you were doing. You were apologizing for the dust. That's what I saw. You were embarrassed by your own building process. When people ask how you're doing, you make yourself smaller. You say, oh, you know, still figuring things out. With this little love, that love you do to make it comfortable for them. You look at your unfinished rooms and you feel shame. Shame! Standing inside the biggest project I've ever been shown, feeling shame about the scaffolding. And this, I'm telling you the truth. This is why I said I wish he hadn't shown me, because now I can't watch that the same way. Now, when you doubt yourself, I know exactly what you're doubting. You're standing in a place mid construction, telling everybody sorry for the mess. Do you understand how that looks from above? Do you understand what it does to watch someone cry in the middle of their own miracle because the miracle isn't painted yet? That's the burden of seeing. Once you see the plans, you can never again be casual about watching the owner apologize for the site. Now, the people, pay attention now, because this part is a warning, and I don't give warnings to scare you. I give warnings to prepare you. There are people around your side. Some of them are just walking past. They see dust. They think mass. They keep it moving. Forget them. They don't matter. They were never going to matter. But there was another group, and this group is closer than you think. And here is the thing about them. They've seen the delivery trucks. Let me explain what I mean. Even on a closed street, people noticed what gets delivered. And lately, you may not have noticed this yourself, but they have things have been arriving at your site. Little changes in you, a new steadiness, ideas you didn't used to have, doors starting to unstick, that piece on you that wasn't there 2 years ago. You think nobody sees that. They see it. People close to you have watched materials arriving at your light that they cannot explain. And something in them has started doing math because you don't order those kinds of materials for a small house. And some of them, not all of them hear me. Not all of them, some of them do not like the math. And you want to know how to tell who's who. Because God said the answer is right in front of you. Watch what happens when something good starts showing in your life and you mention it. Just watch. Some people lean in. They want details. They're happy. And it's real. You can feel it's real. And some people watch this, they change the subject. Just like that. You share the thing, and there is this little pause, this little flat. Oh, nice. And then suddenly we're talking about something else. They cut it off every time. You seen it. You felt that pause. You just never let yourself call it what it is. I'm calling it what it is today. Some people around you are comfortable with your sight closed, and they can feel the opening coming, and it's doing something to them. And notice you never get that plot because when you share bad news, think about it. When things go wrong for you, those same people have all the time in the world. The conversation flows, the advice comes out, the care comes out. It's only the good news that hits the wall. It's only the delivery trucks that make the room go quiet. A person who only has room for your dust and no room for your building, that's not a friend of yours. That's a friend of your construction phase. There is a difference. And the difference is about to matter. And here is what I need you to understand about those people. Because I don't want you walking out of this message bitter. That's not the assignment. Most of them are not really evil. Hear me. Most of them are not sitting somewhere plotting against you. It's simpler than that. And honestly, it's sadder than that. They just build their whole comfort on certain version of you. The under construction version. The one who's still figuring out. The one they can feel equal to or a little bit above. That version of you is load bearing for them. It's holding up a wall in their house. And when your building starts rising and it's starting, they can feel their wall moving. And people do strange things when they feel their wall moving. They they'll say a small comment right when you're feeling big. They remind you of your old failures right when your new thing starts working. They'll get distant exactly when things get good for you, and you'll be confused like, I've known this person for years. Listen, knowing somebody for years just means you know for them for years. It doesn't mean you've seen the reaction to your skyscraper. Nobody's seen that yet. Even they haven't seen it. Some people don't know what's in them until somebody else building goes up next door. So what do you do about them? Nothing. That's the beautiful part. You do nothing. You don't confront anybody. You don't cut off anybody based on a feeling. No, you just watch and you pray and you keep building because here is what I say about how this plays out. And this is God's way. This is always God's way. The building itself is going to sort everyone as your life rises, and it's going to rise every person around you is going to reveal themselves on their own. Whoever is real with you is going to be so happy, and you'll see it, and it'll be obvious. And those people hold on to them because celebrating somebody's rise when you're still waiting for yours is one of the most beautiful things a human being can do. And whoever was only comfortable with your dust, they're going to get quieter and quieter as your floors go up. They'll drift. You won't even have to do anything. Some people can only be close to you at ground level. The height is going to handle it. Let the height handle it. And then the ones who drift, the ones who felt some type of way don't celebrate their drifting either. Don't gloat because I saw a little bit of their side too. And it's not something to laugh at, it's something to pray about. Imagine watching a building rise that you could have had a room in. Imagine knowing quietly in your private, honest moments that you were invited to the greatest thing that person ever built. And you choose to sit outside and comment on the dust. That its own punishment. Nobody has to add anything to that. Some of them later, I saw this too. Some of them are going to come back around when the building is standing. All warm, all friendly. Always believed in you. And you're going to be gracious because that's who you are. That's who you always been. But grace doesn't mean giving out keys. Be kind to everybody. Give keys to few. Write that down somewhere. Be kind to everybody. Give keys to few. Now, let me talk about what you've been doing right because you've been grading yourself all wrong. And somebody needs to read you your real report card. You think these last years were wasted years, delay years. You look back and you see all the things that didn't happen. But when God showed me your side, He showed me what got built in the years you call empty. And I need you to hear this list. The foundation got built. You know what the foundation of a life is? Character. Character got poured in you during years you thought were about nothing. You went through things. I don't know the details. I don't need to know the details. He knows the details. You went through things that were designed to make you bitter, and you didn't get bitter. You got deeper. That's foundation. You kept being good to people during years when life wasn't being good to you. Do you know what that is? Do you know how rare that is? That's steel. That's the steel they put in buildings that had to stand for 100 years. You kept showing up. You kept your heart soft when you had every reason to let it go hard. You prayed tired prayers. Those count double. By the way, nobody tells you that the tired ones count double, and you did all of it with no applause, no audience, no evidence it was working. That's not a wasted season. That's the most important season. Because, listen, you can rush walls, you can rush paint, you cannot rush foundation. And the reason your foundation took years is the same reason I had to stop praying when I saw the plans. Deep foundation mean one thing only. Something tall is coming. So now let me give you what he gave me for you. Because you've been carrying the wrong name for yourself. You've been walking around with names like behind, names like late, names like still, nowhere. Quietly in your own ads, that's what you've been answering to. Today those names get retired. Here is the real one. You're the house he refused to rush. That's who you are. That's who you've been the this whole time. Not the forgotten project. Not the abandoned. The one he refused to rush because here's what I know about a builder and a real builder. This person rushes the jobs he doesn't care about it. The ones he's just getting done, getting paid, moving on. Those go fast, but the one that has his own name on it, the one he drives past at night just to look at. That's one takes as long as it takes, and he will not let anybody hurry him. And every delay that made you cry was him refusing to hand you something half built and call it your life. You weren't waiting because you're last. You're the one with his name on it. Let that reorganize everything. Every closed door, him refusing cheap materials. Every not yet, him sending something back that wasn't good enough for you. You thought you were being skipped. You were being protected from small versions of your own future. He kept saying no to things because he had already seen the plans, and the plans made every shortcut an insult. And now, I have to say this part carefully, but I have to say it. The season is changing. I'm not giving you dates. I told you. No dates, no names. Don't trust dates and names, but there's a feeling on a construction site right before the reveal. Anybody who's ever been near a real build knows it. The big machines start leaving. It gets quieter, and everybody thinks quiet means nothing happening, but on a site, late quiet means finishing work, detail work, the last things, and that strange stillness in your life right now, that thing you've been afraid of, that why is everything so quiet feeling, that's not abandonment, that's finishing work. You're not in the beginning of your construction. You're a lot closer to the reveal than the dust makes it look. So let's come back to where we started. Let's close this honest. The same way we opened it. I told you God showed me your future and I wish He hadn't. And meant it when I said it. Carrying the picture of your finished house while watching you apologize for your sight, that's heavy. Watching you call yourself behind, knowing what's on the plans, that's heavy. But you know what? I take it back. I take it back because now you know too. Now I'm not carrying it alone. This why he showed me, not to burden me, to transfer it. This whole message was a delivery. And the delivery is complete, and now you're the one who knows what your dust actually means. And knowing changes how a person builds. You're going to stand different on that side starting today. You're going to stop apologizing for scaffolding when they ask how you're doing. You're going to say building. That's it. One word. Building. And you're going to mean it. And they're going to feel that you mean it. And the ones doing math are going to have to add a new number. So here's the only thing I'm asking you to do. And it's simple. Stay on your side. That's it. Don't walk up before their will. Don't trade the plans for something faster. Don't let anybody's little comments make you abandon a building this close to done. The builder shows up every day. You show up too. Stay on your side. What's coming is worth every year it took. And listen, if this message was for you, you already know it was for you. You felt it somewhere around the middle. Take it to God yourself. Ask Him to confirm it in your own spirit. Don't just take my word for it. And if it touched you, share it with somebody who's been standing in their own dust feeling behind. Because somebody out there needs to hear the word side today instead of the word mess. Alright? Go build. Enjoy the rest of your day.